let's talk about hormones and the thyroid gland. Big topic. A lot of people are on thyroid medications. Tens of thousands of people are on thyroid medications. It seems like 1 out of every 3 people that come in my office are on thyroid medications. Why? Biggest reason is blood work. They're doing blood work and they're showing some numbers a little bit off in your T3, your T4, your TSH, and they're saying, wow, you need to take these synthetic hormones because your blood work's off. One, that is not a very accurate test to check your hormones. Symptoms are always a better indicator, and checking your basal body temperature is a good way to do it, and that's just sticking a thermometer first thing when you get up under your armpit, leaving it there for 10 minutes and checking that every day for 4 or 5 days, getting a consistent reading. If it's consistently low, under 97.6, or if it's under 97, that's really low, then you have a thyroid issue, and that's better than any blood test. What's happening is people are getting put on thyroid medications. Again, synthetic, man-made chemicals to try to balance your body. Well, there's a reason your thyroid's out of balance, and it's not because you were deficient in a synthetic man-made drug. It's because food you were eating or chemical toxicity or something's throwing that beautiful symphony that's our hormonal system off balance. Unfortunately, when we get on these medications, we are told falsehoods by doctors over and over again that there's nothing you can do about your thyroid issue, that you're going to have to take medication for the rest of your life, that there's nothing you can do to heal it, and it could not be a bigger lie. I don't know, I mean, obviously doctors are trained this way in school, and it's really sad to me because A, where's God in this if He's not a healer and can't heal our thyroids? I mean, it's a thyroid gland that God created. Of course He can heal it. So we believe we can cut our hand and it can heal, and we can get hemorrhoids and we can heal those, and we can get stomach aches and heal that, but the thyroid, well, you're just done for the rest of your life. And it's not true. And women and men believe this. They believe what the doctors say. The doctors are not being taught truth. And if you looked at it at all from God's point of view, and at all the understanding of God being a healer and the creator of our bodies, we wouldn't believe that for 1 second. My wife was on thyroid medication, diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease. She doesn't have anything, I don't even want to use that word, and she's not on thyroid medication, and her body's healed. She's better. So we absolutely can heal from these issues. And so thyroid is crucial because it is related to metabolism. A lot of women are struggling with weight issues. It is helpful in controlling our body temperature. So we need to have healthy thyroid glands, but we don't need to go the man-made medical system route of taking these synthetic drugs. And that's our heart, is to get people off of the man-made system and onto God's program of health and healing and medicine. So what do you need for a healthy thyroid gland? You need to change your diet, for starters. One of the biggest problems with the thyroid are autoimmune conditions like Graves' disease and Hashimoto's. That is often from foods we're eating and not digesting properly. So you want to get off grains, especially gluten-containing grains, dairy products. We need to eat cleaner diets. That is really crucial for thyroid health. We're also having goiters and cysts and other things grow in our thyroid. We need iodine. The thyroid does not produce hormone without iodine. Iodine is crucially important to thyroid health. And we don't get it in our foods. We're not eating a lot of seaweeds like they do in coastal cultures. Now, God's given us everything we need in the environment that we live in. And we live in Kansas City, and there's black walnut trees all over here. It is the highest known herbal source of iodine. You crack one of those things open, you get that black stuff on your hand, it's iodine. So black walnut is a good source of iodine. Seaweeds and sea vegetables are good sources of iodine. We'll do some product videos, and I'll tell you some great products you can take for your thyroid. But you can heal your thyroid. And I'm going to tell you what to look for, because I've worked with dozens of women with thyroid issues. And what you want to look for is you start to do the natural things and your thyroid starts to work properly. You actually want to look for symptoms of an overactive thyroid. And that's where you're feeling anxious and nervous and jittery and why am I so irritable, and maybe even get diarrhea. Those are signs of an overactive thyroid. And if you start feeling that, it's because you don't need that medication anymore. They often have to keep increasing those drugs because we don't change our diet, we don't change our lifestyle, we don't use the herbs and the foods God gave us to heal our thyroid, so it gets weaker and weaker and weaker. And so we keep increasing the drugs and the medication. Well, when you start choosing God's way and start healing your thyroid, you start feeling symptoms of overactive thyroid, and you need to start decreasing the synthetic man-made drug because it's too much for your body and you don't need it anymore. And a lot of times when you get on a good thyroid program, a good natural thyroid program, a month, 2 months, oftentimes people feel great and they don't even need the medication anymore. So for all of you thousands of people out there that are on thyroid medication, I'm encouraging you to get off. I'm not saying stop cold turkey tomorrow, but you need to get on a plan or a program to bring health and healing to your thyroid the way God designed it, and start to wean off of that medication. And when you feel amazing, you won't need it. And a lot of women do need it for weight loss that are struggling with that. And there's a whole lot of other nuances related to weight loss. The thyroid is just one of them. But I hope that helps you understand a little bit more about thyroid health. God is a healer, and the foods and the herbs that He gave us can and will heal your thyroid. And don't believe anybody that tells you anything else. I always tell you, if you get a doctor that starts to tell you some of these things, get a new doctor, because he's just I was going to say regurgitating, but that doesn't sound good. But he's just giving back this information that he's learned in school that is false, that is incorrect, and because that's all they know. But we don't want to believe that. We want to know that we can heal the thyroid. And yeah, I can't wait to hear your testimony.